Okay, a bit of a late start today, but we're going to get going on disassembly and getting these pistons and rods out of here. We don't need too much. The only thing I can really recommend is you're going to want a piece of tape just to mark them, even though these ones have markings on the, right there, you can see on the rods, they got markings. I'm still going to just mark them and label where it came from. And beyond that, probably a rubber mallet. And then that's all you're going to really need. This is cylinder or piston 2, not 1. 1 is already in the box because 1 has the bent connecting rod. So this one is number 2 that we're pulling out. Cap. Mostly because I had them hidden. So they're just a piece of rubber, you can kind of see, just to fit over the studs coming out of it. So when you put them on, it doesn't damage the crankshaft, or either I should say when you remove the rods, so it doesn't damage the bore, and when you put them in, it doesn't damage the crankshaft or the bore. Because that's the last thing you want to do is scuff up the bore. There we go. That's cylinder 2. Rubber cap. This way. So make sure to draw a line from here down. There is a line, it's just kind of faded. You can kind of see. Got it. Finally. Definitely not the prettiest looking bearing. I've seen worse. There we go. I never admitted to learning my lessons. Let's see. Maybe you can kind of. So if I'm kind of looking at it straight on, if you will. It's arguable. That one's on there. This is where you need maybe a little bit of a, there we go. A little bit of a tap to get it started. This bearing's in good shape. This bearing is in substantially better shape. Let's try and get you. See, there's no real abnormal wear. There is some wear on it, but that's a lot better. substantially better. It looks like there's definitely some flex in those rod caps. Just like that. Bottom side looks pretty good too. So cylinder 4 is actually pretty healthy overall. Cylinder 4 appears to be in the best shape out of them all. Just so you know, these do only go on one way, so you have to make sure you know which way they go on. But it seems less in comparison to the others. They needed to be changed. The bearings are a little bit rough. I've seen better on an older engine, and I've also seen worse. So I can't really say that they're the worst that I've seen, but I can show you a motor that's or some pistons from a motor that's just sitting over there, and the bearings are in substantially better shape than all of these are so far. There's some better looking bearings in that old box. I have a box just over there on the shelf. There. Right over here. There's some better looking bearings in here. That one's even arguably better looking. But there are some nice ones actually. I think that one with the zip tie, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, so they say you should just be able to put a breaker bar right on the top. Yeah, nice and easy. Click to 30. 40 right there. Try a different one. Okay, so if we come in here, see that groove right there? That groove that you can see my nail is catching on right here, that is where the seal rides on. So this one's fine, but that one is where the seal rides. So the seal rides between right here and right here. The inner part right here, then you have the outer. So when it sits in, it's like that. So this inner has been just digging into that crank. So the end, this part of the crank might actually need to be like turned or something to create a solid sealing surface. That may need to be turned. Yeah, that might need to be turned. Now, we're looking, the crank itself, it potentially has, no, I don't think it's been turned. I don't think it's been turned. So far I'm not seeing anything. That bearing is not good. That bearing is not good. And that was also not very good. But, oh well. That's our first issue. That bearing has definitely seen some shit.